Welcome students. Today's session is on marketing management. The paper code is MB203. It is in the second semester of Malakar syllabus, Malakar University syllabus. We are going to discuss some of the critical areas of marketing management and some of the questions on marketing management paper MB203. Now, one of the very popular and common question that has been asked in this paper is about BCG matrix or growth share matrix. So, if it is a straight question, it will come like that: what is BCG matrix or growth share matrix, right? And how can you apply the matrix for product portfolio analysis? So, there are two sections of this question. One is a straight question and one is the application part, the analytical part of the question, how you can apply it on the product portfolio strategies. So now let us discuss about this one by one. What is BCG matrix? It is a planning tool that uses graphical representation of company's products. It's a planning tool, first of all. You have to remember, it's a planning tool that uses graphical representation of company's products. So company has a wide range of product line, it has a product portfolio, and they want to understand which product is doing well and which is not. Accordingly, they will invest and divest. So what is happening over here is, it could be either product or services that the company is going to focus on. So what they are going to decide, which product to invest on, which product to divest, and which product is to, basically, they have to re-engineer or re-innovate. Okay. So the strategy is which product is to keep, which product you can sell or divest, and which product you should invest in so that you can grow that product. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about this, but before that we need to understand a little bit of history about BCG matrix. Now there is one trick question which comes on an account, is like, it could be coming under the multiple choice question or SAQ. And the question is, who is the founder of BCG matrix? Now you have to be very careful while answering this question, because there are two persons who have contributed to BCG. Number one is Mr. Alan Jacob. He has ideally sketched the concept and refined the concept of BCG matrix. Now there is another person who come into picture, who is the founder of BCG. BCG stands for Boston Consulting Group. The founder is Bruce Anderson. So what is his contribution in BCG? This founder member of BCG, Bruce Anderson, what he has done, he has popularized the concept of BCG. There was a specific publication that comes under Boston Consulting Group, and he has popularized the concept of the product portfolio in the year 1970. So now we have to understand what are the other names of BCG. BCG matrix is also called Boston Consulting Group matrix, or growth share matrix, or Boston box, or product portfolio matrix, or BCG analysis, and also Boston matrix. So there are so many names this BCG is having. So question can come in different direction. Like they can ask what is Boston box as well. Okay. So now we have to understand the concept of BCG, how it works. Now let us take a very simple example of a graphical model. We will take two axes in this model. The first is x-axis and the other one is y-axis, like a plain simple graph. Okay. So this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis. Okay. So what we are going to do is, here we are going to discuss this particular axis. We are going to take the variable market growth. In the y-axis, we are going to take market growth. In the x-axis, we are going to take relative market share. Now, this is also being seen as a quadrant. Now, if you talk about quadrant, there are four quadrants in BCG. How the quadrant is being made? Like this. This is quadrant 1, this is quadrant 2, this is quadrant 3, and this is quadrant 4. So if the question comes like show the BCD matrix with the help of a quadrant, you don't have to be worried about it. You have to create something like that. Okay. So here, if you take about the value of the matrix, this particular two axis, in the y-axis it will follow the normal graph. Like here it will be low, that means negative. Here it will be high, that is positive. But in the x-axis, it will be just the reverse. What you have to do is here, towards the origin, you have high. And here you have low. Now if you plot these values in the quadrants, what we are getting? Here it is xy. Xy is here. The value of x is minus, that means low, and value of y is plus, right? So here also xy, it is value of x is plus, value of y is also plus. Here in xy, you are having value of x which is plus and value of y which is minus. Here in xy, we are having value of x which is minus and value of y which is plus. Okay? So value of y is also minus. So both are minus, both are negative. So here x is minus plus, here xy is plus plus, here xy is plus minus, and here xy is minus minus. Now you have to understand, while a company launched the product, they should ideally look for a market where there is a huge market potential, huge market growth. So they will go for a positive zone. So here they will go for this quadrant 1 because here we have a high market growth. Both this quadrant has high market growth, quadrant 1 and quadrant 2. But as a starter product, they will not have any market share. They will be starting up. So here the market growth will be high, but the market share will be low. Right? So in X we have minus, that means the relative market share of that particular product will be low. So this particular position is called the question mark, or we also call it as problem child or the wild dogs. Now once the company is launching the product in this zone of quadrant 1, whereas you have a less relative market share as a starter product, but you have a huge market growth potential, they will start investing. And then they will ideally see which particular product is being accepted by the market, by the customers, and which are not being accepted. So based on that, they will select wisely and they will divest on some of the product which is not doing well, and they will invest on the product which are doing well. So gradually what will happen is that they will select and move some of the products. Selectively they will divest and selectively they will invest. So once they are moving from quadrant 1 to quadrant 2, they will move the products which are doing well. And this product, this particular product, which this particular quadrant is called the star quadrant. Why? Because here what is happening is they are selecting a few and divesting the others. So the strategy over here is selecting few, rest, divest. So you are doing the investment on the product which are doing well and divesting the product which are no longer doing well. So you are dropping those ideas. Now from here you see there is a both plus, that means the market growth is very high and your market share has also grown because you are gradually getting into the leadership position. Your product is very hit. Customers are appreciating your product and you are having more money and acquisition of more customers in the market. So eventually what will happen is that the competitors start looking at you and they will find like this market is very attractive, so they will start investing on that. So they will launch eventually some of the product which may be competing with your product. So you gradually lose some of your market share once you become a mature one. So from here, if you further start growing your market and again, the competitor comes in and based on certain external factors which we discussed on slave analysis in some of the other sessions. So like there are a couple of external factors which influence the market. So based on that, you will gradually become mature. The product will become mature. So there will be no further scope for expansion for that product. So here, if this particular product will drop down to another level which is called cash cow. Now in this particular start position, your strategy would be invest to grow. And in the cash cow position, your strategy would be hold position. Ideally, in the cash cow, the company will have a huge market share, but there will be very less return on investment. So we call it as milking. So the company will start, this particular product will start milking, and this milk product, this is the money that this particular company is getting out of this product, will have less ROI, less return on investment. So if they have less ROI, what they will do? They will ideally not invest on the cash cow products. They will take that money back and reinvest on some of the products which are doing well in question mark, or they will invest on some of the products which are doing well in star, or maybe like all the products which are doing well in star. Okay. So if this particular money will be rolled out to question mark products for the products which are doing well and the products which are really good in the star quadrant. So now eventually if the company again fall in market share, what will happen is it will move from quadrant 3 to quadrant 4. This position is called the dog position. Why it is dog? Because you have both negative, that means less market growth and less market share. Relative market share is less and market growth is also less. So from here you do not have any more growth possible. So what you have to do is either the strategy over here would be either to divest the product which are not doing well, or re-innovate the product or re-engineer the product so that you have a different version of the product which may or may not be accepted by the market. So again, we will relaunch some of the products by modifying them from the question mark. So what will happen is from the dog, it is the exit point for you. If you decide you will no longer pursue with this loss-making product because this product is no longer attractive, or maybe it is no longer relevant, or it does not have any new technological upgradation or improvement that can capitalize the market. So if you want to still believe that this product with a different version, with a re-innovation and re-engineering can do well, you can reinvent the wheel, re-engineer the thing, and again start as a question mark product. So that is how the whole cycle works in a BCG matrix. Now what will happen? There is a classical example of ITC Limited on this BCG matrix. So we will try to plot some of the products of ITC so that the concept is very clear to all the students. Okay. If you take some of the products of ITC, like for example the FMCG goods of ITC. I'll take another color of marker so that it is easy for you to understand. Now ITC FMCG products, FMCG in foods category, all the foods that they are launching to compete the Hindustan Unilever Limited and Nestle and Marico Industries and all. So FMCG foods category is question mark because it is a newly launched product of ITC, it is still growing and it does not have a clear direction which of the product is going to be the star and which are not going to be. So here we will have the agri-business, in star position we will have the agri-business, the hotels and the paper boards and packaging. And in cash cow position we will have the cigarettes, ITC cigarettes. This is another FMCG product. FMCG, cigarettes and cigars. So this is in a cash cow position wherein there is no there is a lot of government campaign like smoking is injurious to health, smoking causes cancer. So there is a huge awareness campaign which is happening by the government as well as so you have to put that in the packaging itself, and the smoking habits are getting gradually decreased by the smokers. So that is why this is already in cash cow position. There is no further growth for this particular product of ITC. So FMCG cigarettes and cigarette will fall in cash cow. Now in the door, ITC Infotech. ITC Infotech. Why Infotech? Because ITC has started as one of the leading tech companies in Infotech business. They have ventured in while they are diversifying. But gradually the market share has fallen of ITC Infotech, and it is still exists, but it's struggling to survive. So it is a classical example of ITC. ITC has adopted from the cigarette business. They have expanded and diversified in different dimensions because they understood there is no future for cigarettes and cigars. Though they have started with cigarette business as their core competency from the British time. So gradually they have expanded and they have focused on FMCGs products, and they have this particular product condition of the ITC different products. So the portfolio of ITC as an example is basically a classical example of BCT management. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next session and go to the bit elaboration of how BCT has been related with product life cycle, and we'll also discuss about some of the more strategies. Thank you.